Hey, what's up guys? Sean here. So if you'll remember a couple of weeks ago, I did the HangCon video. Well, I met a lot of great people at HangCon, and one of the groups of people that I met there was Hanging High Hammocks. That's the group that I sat down and I did the continuous loop class with. Really cool setup, really nice people. Now, after that video came out, Trevor from Hanging High Hammocks reached out to me and said, hey man, I'd like to send you one of our hammock systems to test out. And today we're going to take our first look at it. Let's get it. Let's get these things strung up on the tree and get this hammock set up. Take a look at it. This looks to be about a 10-foot strap, and it does have the loops on it, which is nice. So we're going to strap this thing a few times around this tree because these trees are pretty small. And these are just standard tree straps. Alright, so this just clips on to our tree strap, and you just walk it down the line and pull it out of the bag. Okay, so it's really nice that both ends of that bag open up. You can stuff it in from both ends, so I really like that setup. And as you can see, this thing comes with the bug net built in, and that's really nice, but there's something else that's really nice about that bug net I want to show you. Now, for those of you who hammock camp, you'll know that sometimes you need the bug net, sometimes you don't need the bug net. Now, I've had several different hammocks, some with bug nets, some without bug nets. But this is really nice. So this actually has a zip up system on here where you can actually zip the bug net completely off of this thing, except for this little section here. So this little section here will stay attached, and it's got a little bag for the bug net to go in. Pretty dang cool. That's pretty cool. So that just kind of goes and sets right there, and it's up, tucked out of the way. If you don't need it, it's out of the way. If you do need it, it's easy to just grab it and zip it back on. That's a really nice feature. Now inside the pack, it had this little pack in there, and inside this little pack we have a couple of these nice little Y stakes, which these are really nice because they are the true Y stakes, and they don't have any notches out of them down here. So these are considerably stronger than some of the other ones that you get. And it also came with a couple of pieces of little shock cord, and I'll show you why. On either side of this hammock, you have these tie-out points. Now, the nice thing about that is you can actually hook your shock cord to those tie-out points and spread the hammock apart a little bit, and that combats that swaying effect that you get sometimes in your hammock. So let's get this thing staked out and see how it looks. All right, so we got this thing staked out and everything all set up. The only thing left to do is kick back in it and see how it lays. Yeah, man, seems pretty nice. So it's very comfortable. One thing I like about this hammock is this is an 11-foot hammock. So if you'll remember, that one Tiger's compound that I just got is like a 9-foot, 9.5-foot hammock. So this definitely feels like it has more room. And I'll show you something else that I think is really cool about this one. If you remember on my river camping trip that I just made, how I showed you where it was pulling tight on that hammock, where the ridge line comes through there, it was pulling tight on that hammock. This has the same built-in kind of ridge line, structural ridge line. This one's made of AM steel though, so this one doesn't have any stretch in it. But they have designed this thing in a way that it doesn't pull tight. Let me show you. So I'm laying in the hammock with all my weight and everything right now, and if you look where that ridge line comes through there, there is plenty of slack where the ridge line comes through where the bug net would sit, and there's no tension right there. So the tension is all where the gathered end is, and nothing across where the ridge line comes through there. So that in itself makes this a much better setup. One of the really nice things about this hammock is because it's wider, you can actually lie diagonally and get a much flatter lay in the hammock. Makes it a lot more comfortable. Now, like I said before, this thing comes equipped with an AM steel structural ridge line. And that's pretty important because this thing is already equipped with the ridge line that creates the tension from your tree straps through the ridge line, and it takes the tension out of your hammock itself. And that creates a much more relaxed hammock, which creates a much more comfortable lay. And that's pretty important. And it's really nice that this is AM steel, because like I said, the AM steel doesn't really stretch and makes for a much more strong structural ridge line. I'll also say that the ridge line has a piece of shock cord up here too. Now, I'm not really 100% sure what that shock cord is meant to be for, unless it's just to be able to hang a bag or something up here. Now, you guys know that I love something that's budget friendly and also big guy friendly. So this hammock has a weight rating of 400 pounds. And with the structural ridge line here, I really feel like this hammock would hold 400 pounds. And that makes me a lot more comfortable being a big guy. Now, when it comes to budget, this hammock comes with the tree straps, structural ridge line. It has all these other features on it, including the bug net. And it comes in at under 40 bucks. So you can get this hammock on Amazon for $39.99. Now, I will leave a link in the description, and it is a affiliate link. So if you buy one of these, I do get a little something from it. So over the next few weeks, we'll actually be going out, taking this thing and doing some actual hammock camping out of it. So keep an eye out for that. But I really, really like this setup so far. So if you guys like this video, give it that big thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you thought about the hammock. If you have one, let me know what you're thinking about the hammock. And like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next week.